All right, and we're live. Hey everyone, it's Tasha. Welcome to Whiskey, Wine, and Writing. Though drinking water tonight because I'm not a lush, totally or completely or anything. I do have Miss Jennifer Blackwood with me. Goes by Jen. She is a Pitch Wars mentor and author. Say hi. So so Jen's on her phone because the library was being a butt and they had the internet connection going in and out, so it was just no fun. So so a little bit about Jen. Her debut novel, Unethical, is coming out in October. We're waiting on a release date, but mark October. Debut novel, and it is a new adult romance, correct? Right? New adult romance?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
You can see more about Jen at jenniferblackwood.com. Her blog is jenniferblackwood.wordpress.com. I love how she keeps everything the same. Unlike me, I do everything different. It's okay. So, and on Twitter, you can go at jen_Blackwood. 1 N, not 2, just 1. So go ahead and give her a shout, give her a follow, and Jen, go ahead and just tell everybody a little bit about yourself while I try and help Brighton get on.
So, like Natasha said, I am a new adult author. I have my debut novel, Unethical, coming out through Entangled Embrace, and my second novel will be coming out hopefully a few months after that. I'm busy working on that as we speak. So that's why I'm at the library in the first place, and sorry if you hear this weird buzzing sound. I don't know how to turn the vibrate off my phone, so it sounds like a duck farting, so I apologize. And let's see, when I am not writing, I am a teacher. I teach 7th grade language arts, and I love teaching middle schoolers. They're fun and quirky. And this year I'm mentoring for Pitch Wars, adult and new adult. So.
And what were you looking for genre-wise?
Is that enough about me?
In the new adult and adult categories?
Oh, in Pitch Wars?
Yes, in Pitch Wars.
Okay, so what I'm looking for, so I'm looking for romance specifically because I love my happily ever after. So I'm looking for new adult and adult romance. I am specifically looking for contemporary because I know nothing about historical, so I would not be the right person for you if you give me your historical. Which I don't think anybody sent me historical, so good job, guys! And let's see, I really like steamy romance, like Ronnie Lauren or Tessa Bailey, so steam levels like that. And also I'm looking for maybe some erotic romance, but not straight up erotica.
Awesome. So we do have a really great
And I apologize because, like, my favorite...
Go ahead.
Say what?
Go ahead. Can you hear me, Jen? Uh-oh, I think Jen froze on us. No bueno. All right, well, she'll hopefully come back in a minute. So once again, you guys get to see me talking to myself. We do have a great show for you tonight. Brighton Walsh is also going to be joining us as soon as she can get in. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I think we have Jennifer back. That's awesome. You froze for a minute. Can you hear me? Jen? Jennifer?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
So, is it me? Am I...
Okay, yeah, so we did drop Jen, so we'll give her a minute to come back. Tiff is coming on as well, and we have Brighton Walsh, who is also an new adult mentor. Oh, here's Brighton coming in now. So give that 1 second. Lane, hi, and Orville, I will pass the message along once we get Jen back. She is having the hardest time with connection. So, and Brighton's coming in, and Jen's coming back, so we're getting a full house. Yay! All right.
Sorry!
Sorry, it's okay.
Is it?
And Brighton's trying to come in as well, so that's happening. Yay! Orville, who's one of our watchers.
It says I have full bars.
That's really weird. You don't have your Wi-Fi on, do you? That it's trying to like connect to the library.
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Can you hear us?
Say that again.
I said you don't have your Wi-Fi on that it's trying to connect to the library.
I can hear you. You keep...
I think we might have...
Oh, let me see.
All right. Well, hi, Orville.
Okay, is that better?
Yes, that's much better. Is that working for you?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that much better.
Awesome. Okay, and hey, Brighton's here. Hi, Brighton. Welcome to the show. Can you hear us? Brighton? I can't hear you. Sorry, guys, we are having crazy technical difficulties all around. It happens. Tech can be our friend, and sometimes it's just mean. Nope. Sorry, Brighton, not hearing you.
Oh.
I'm imagining her cursing out her microphone right now. Okay, see,
She probably
I can't even read lips, but it's okay. So while Brighton works on fixing that, rather, while she's here, Brighton Walsh is also an author, and she's like my hero because she has like a bunch of books. Oh my god! So, and she's mentoring adult and new adults, and you can find her at brightonwalsh.com and at Write WRITE as Rain _ on Twitter. So make sure you guys follow them and, you know, give them love and support for being the awesome mentors that they are. So, Brighton, sorry, I'm going to just confuse people. Jen, so Orville says, I have a poorly behaved black lab puppy as well. Maybe it's a writer thing.
I think it's a black lab thing. I'm pretty sure that it's the curse of the black lab.
I think it's a puppy thing. Puppies are like kids, you know, they're going to press their boundaries and see what's going on and all that good stuff. So,
Pretty much.
So we are here with Jennifer Blackwood and Brighton Walsh, who's working on fixing her mic, and when she gets that done, she'll be able to answer all your questions. So if you have questions, feel free to hit us up at the Q&A on Google or on Twitter. I am at 30nerdy. Veronica Bartles, who was on with us last night, and she did her own show very successfully today. She did a great job. She said technical difficulties seem to be the theme of the week, doesn't it? Yes. Why, yes, it does. So, have you, let's go ahead and start the questions while we wait for them to start rolling in, and believe me, they will. So for your pitch wars, was your inbox like just blown up?
Yeah, we had quite a few entries. I'd say I had a lot more than I expected. So it took me a few days to really wade through them. So.
Did you wind up like, are you just like overwhelmed with the full-on awesome? Did you get everything kind of like you wanted to see and it's just driving you crazy to pull your hair out?
It was, the submissions have been awesome. I only got one that was a fantasy, which I specifically said not to ask for, or that I didn't want. So I was really impressed that everybody that submitted to me was pretty much contemporary romance. So it was really nice to see. I have about 5 of them that I'm going back and forth between right now. That I really, really like, and there's one that Brighton in particular really likes. We were pretty much Pitch Wars twins this year, so pretty much we had the same exact wish list, and we got a lot of the same entries. And yeah, we've been fighting behind the scenes over a few of them. So.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, well, not really, because I'm sure it makes it difficult for you guys, and you're like fighting over entries, and you're like, no, it's mine, no, it's mine, and yeah. All right. So while we wait for
on and everybody talking about.
So I think Tiff will be joining us in a second. Jen, you're cutting out.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, we're both cutting out. There you go. You're back. Okay. So
Okay.
a couple of the questions we've had is, you know, what is like something that would just be your automatic no? Like, what is something that if you got it and you saw it, you'd just be like, nah, nope, not my thing.
Well, let's see. Anything to do with rape or secret baby, those are automatic no's. Pregnancy, is a definite no. I just those things I'm just like I really don't want to see, like, at least with my submission. Sorry, like the sun is right in my eyes. Um, and anything that was set in the wrong category, like a historical romance, a fantasy, sci-fi, stuff that I specifically didn't ask for. So that would be automatic no's.
Okay, got it. So, tell us a little bit about your debut novel, Unethical, that's coming out in October. Give us a little bit of a rundown about what that's about.
Okay, well, it's about a girl named Peyton. She's 21 years old, and her dad, her senior year of high school, killed her mom via assisted suicide. And so she pretty much ran away from her problems and is dealing with having to get over her mom's death and forgiving her dad, as well as forgiving an ex-boyfriend who did her wrong, pretty much. So the whole book is about kind of forgiveness.
That's awesome. That's very cool. I really like, that's a switch that her dad helped her mom with assisted suicide. Like, you don't see that a lot in books. So I really think it's original and unique. And we do have Anne-Marie here. Hi, Anne-Marie. And she asks, what are your feelings on prologues? Are they an automatic no?
No. I think that they're fine as long as, you know, it fits the book.
Okay. So as long as it's, I mean, what does that mean for you if it fits the book? Like, when do you think prologues are good?
Well, if there's something major that happened before the story takes place, that would probably be a good thing to add in a prologue if it's a big part of the story. But really, it has to be really meaningful. It can't just be like some random scene just because you felt like writing it off it.
Okay, so no random prologues. If it doesn't fit the story, cut it and move on.
Yes, exactly.
All right, awesome. So our game of the day for Pitch Wars was tell us your favorite character in your novel, but it can't be your protagonist, your antagonist, or your love interest. So those are your three main characters. So basically, we asked for the favorite minor character. So, Jen, who's your favorite minor character in Unethical?
Oh, there's two of them that I really like. Can I say two?
Absolutely.
Is that okay? Can you say that again? You're breaking out. Or breaking up.
Go for it. You can say two. Go for it.
Okay. Okay, so my two favorite, which actually happen to be the main characters in my second book, so that's kind of cheating, but I'll do it anyways. Okay, so the character is Jules, which is the roommate of Peyton, and also Ryan, who is Blake's best friend, and they have like a bromance going on. So those are my absolute favorite two characters. Yes. Oh my God, the sun is like, ah! Okay. So.
She's running from the sun. She's a vampire.
I am. That's my secret. Don't tell anybody.
So I'm just going to read off a few from the Pitch Wars list. We have Esther Hogan, who is at Escher Hogan, not Esther, Escher Hogan. She says, my MC's best friend Jen, ironic, is a sassy talking barber from Seattle who dresses like a pinup. She says all the best lines. That's awesome. I love pinup. We actually went to the pinup festival in Miami a few months ago. It was great. So, and then let's see, we have Ramon Ballard. His favorite character, Carrie, would have to be a young Abe Lincoln. You gotta love a character who has no idea his fate or his place in history. Okay, that's interesting too. I guess Abe's in his book. And then Veronica actually was like, "Can I play even though I'm not a potential mentee?" She says her favorite character in 12 Steps is Nick. She loves him like crazy. So that's just a little piece. That means you got to go by 12 Steps. So you can.
Woo! Yes.
Yes, I'm plugging you again, Veronica, because I love you. Peggy says that Queenie, the German Shepherd, she's smart, fast, and the MC's new best friend. Who doesn't love a dog best friend? And Emma said that nails the question she had on the prologue, so that works. All right, guys. So again, we are here with Jennifer Blackwood and Brighton Walsh. Though Brighton's having some mic issues, we're working on it. We're gonna get her here. We're doing our best. Um, so if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them either on Google or on Twitter. I'm at 30nerdy. You have at Jen Blackwood. And then we'll bring Brighton in a minute when we get our mic working. So, all right. So, what is your, I've been asking this too, what is that one book or, you know, as a kid or as a teenager or whatever, that you read that said, hey, you know, it made you want to pick up writing, gave you that spark?
I think that a lot of authors or new adult authors might have the same answer for this, but mine was really Tamara Weber's Easy. I read it and I was just in awe, and I was like, I really want to write something set in college. And so I was like, why not? And so I pulled out and I did my writing for a few months, and then I came up with Unethical, and here I am today.
That's awesome. That's great. So Orville asks, how do you feel about an epilogue? I tend to want to end the story and then want to add, and then this is what happened to the characters. I keep adding it, and then...
Did that work?
Yes!
Did that work? Yay! Yay! Sorry.
All right,
Sorry, okay.
In 1 second, I want to officially introduce Brighton here. So thank you so much for being with us, Brighton. I did not realize it was going to be such a pain for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
So once again, guys, this is Brighton Walsh along with Jennifer Blackwood. Brighton is mentoring new adult and adult, correct?
Correct.
And you have, it looks like a lot of published books from what I saw on your website.
I have a few novellas out, some short stories, and then my debut novel will come out in November.
So
and then I've got quite a few after that. So
which one's your debut novel?
Caged in Winter.
So Caged in Winter, that's the new adult one, right? And
Yes.
what I saw, everything else was adult, so I guess your novellas and your short stories run in the adult genre?
They do. They're all adult. Yeah, adult contemporary.
Okay, and so you guys can check out her stuff at brightonwalsh.com and follow her at Write as Rain, that's W-R-I-T-E, Write as Rain _ for Twitter. And so tell us a little bit about Caged in Winter.
Oh, well, I wish I had my publicist here to talk about it. I'm horrible with an elevator speech. It's about the heroine is very sort of closed off emotionally, and the hero is an aspiring chef, and he sort of makes it his mission to break through her walls, and she makes it really hard on him for a long while. So it's not an insta-love kind of story, but satisfying, hopefully.
That's awesome. So, and that's okay, because I don't like instant love. Like, I really like it when you have to work for it. I think it's more meaningful that way.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not a fan of insta-love either. I mean, it can work sometimes, but you have to really be drawn into the story. Or I do, anyways.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
I
when
agree.
I first saw my husband when I was 16, I went home and told my mom I was going to marry him.
Did you?
Yeah, I really did. Like, the first day I met him, I was like, Mom, this is the guy I'm going to marry. And it took a long time, and we dated once, broke up, remained friends, went through, like, you know, the other boyfriend, girlfriends, you know, and then we got back together, and we've been together for 14 years now.
Wow.
Wow.
So, but we still had to work for it. It's not like it was, like, easy. Not at all.
Right, right.
So, yeah. All right. So, sorry, I'm just putting that we actually have you both here.
Yay.
On Twitter. So, all right, there we go. Yay! So, oh, Nikki's here. Nikki's one of our faithful followers. She says her fave Carrie is a 17-year-old skinhead, loyal like a dog, but just as clueless. Freeble frobbles, but he does not frown. I guess his name is Freeble. That's awesome. Okay, so back to Orville's question, and I'll pose it to both of you. The original question, Brighton, actually, let's go back. How do you feel about prologues? Is that an instant no for you, or?
As far as submissions or reading in general? Submissions?
Submissions that came to you, like if somebody had a prologue, would that be an instant no for you, or it
No, it
depends on
wouldn't
the
be an
story?
instant no. Nothing was an instant no to me. Just because I think that's why we're there, is to, if something's not working, that's why we're there to help. If everything's perfect, then why do they need us, you know? But I don't love them. I read them because they're there, and I can't not read it. Like, I'm not a skimmer, so if it's there, I'm gonna read it. But no, I don't particularly care for them.
Okay, and so now Orville followed that up with, how do you guys feel about epilogues? He says, I tend to want to end the story and then want to add it back, and then want to add, and then this is what happened to the characters. There was just a lot of ands there, Orville, sorry. I keep adding it and then taking it off. So, I mean, how do you guys feel about epilogues?
I love them. They're in every single one of my books.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love them.
Okay, so...
I'm not ready to say goodbye to the characters. No,
yeah, I agree with Brighton.
A lot of times, you know, you get this to the end of the story and you've got, you know, maybe a page or two where the characters are together, and it's not satisfying. I mean, I just want just a little glimpse of what their life is, you know, a little bit farther down the road. It could be 3 months, it could be 3 years, or whatever works for, you know, what it's telling, I guess.
Jennifer, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with that, especially with romance, which is what I read a lot of. You really want to see the happily ever after. So, like Brighton said, that, you know, a lot of the romance novel is just them, like, leading up to the point where they actually do get together, and we do want to see what happens afterward. Like, that's really important. So I think an epilogue is almost necessary, especially if you write romance.
Okay, so that in that respect, for epilogues, do you think they only work for standalones, or if you do a series, are they okay as well?
Depends on what kind of series.
Yeah, I agree. Depends.
Are you talking about continuation or companion?
Well, either really. I mean, do you think one would be different than the other?
Yeah,
well,
yeah, I do.
If it's a series, then it should be like the first chapter or whatever of the next book, so that you get an idea of, you know, what's going to be happening in the next book. Is that what you were going to say, Brighton?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
If it's if it's a companion, like, you know, Caged in Winter, the next book is set in the same world but 2 different characters, and obviously the epilogue of Caged in Winter is of Cade and Winter. So, you know, and it shows a little bit farther down the road. But I think if it was a continuation series where the second book was Cade and Winter again, I mean, that doesn't make any sense to do that. In the final book of the series, sure. You know, because you sort of have to look at a continuation series as you know, one story arc, if that makes sense. It's got to have a story arc going through the whole thing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So Brenda's dropped by. She says, just saying hi to you all. Love seeing all the mentors on here in real life. Everyone's so cute. You guys really are. You're adorable. So.
Oh, thanks. We joked that we were going to be some hot bitches up in here because neither of us are wearing makeup, and yeah, it's just been kind of a rough day.
What are you going to do?
Oh, my editing. Yeah, this is called like 3 straight weeks of editing and having a 1-year-old and spending like 90% of my time at the library.
Oh,
yeah. That's okay.
Busy. Brighton, by the way, if you scroll over to your left, you'll see the pop-out panel. You can click on the Q&A so you can actually see what's going on in the Q&A feed. So you're not lost. You can actually read it yourself. So, and Tiff has just joined us. She's coming on in now. And Emma says, because Brighton, I'll catch up, the game for Pitch Wars today is to tell us your favorite character from the novel you submitted to Pitch Wars who is not your protagonist, antagonist, or love interest. So it's a minor character in your book that you have to tell us who's your favorite. So
me, I have to do that right now, or that's what people are answering?
Well, that's what people are answering, but yeah, we're also making you guys do it.
Oh, okay. Which book? Do you want me to do for Caged?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Let's see. My favorites, let's see, I would say probably, that's tough. I would say the funnest was probably Jason, which is Cade's best friend, who happens to be the hero in the second book. So he's just kind of a smartass, and so he's kind of sarcastic and funny and a playboy, and so yeah, he was fun. He had a lot of funny
He's
lines.
definitely fun to write too. So
Yeah.
that's okay because Jen cheated. She had two. She had one from her current book and one from the one that's coming out.
Oh I've got one from the one that the second book in Cajun Winter. I've turned in so many. It's like.
All right, hi Tiff.
Brighton's rolling in the.
Is she in a car?
Yeah, she's in a car.
The fuck is she doing in a car?
The library net was not being kind.
I'm like, wait, Jen, why are you in a car? I'm so confused. That's awkward. It's like, hey, I'm live broadcasting from the supermarket. What's up? What's up, guys? Sorry, I was like, I had to do my hair.
Hi, Tiffany.
Seriously, I'm late because I had to do my hair.
That's okay.
Oh no, we dropped Jen. She'll be back in a minute. That's what's happened. She keeps losing signal out there. So Emma
Okay,
also
we
says
need to
my
come back.
fave is Kyle the ex. He is so mean, but I love him. In parentheses, Spoon and Drool. Okay, so
Are we talking characters?
yes, the game that I put on for the show tonight is your favorite character who's not the protagonist, antagonist, or love interest. So minor character.
Does that mean I get to do mine? Because you know who mine is.
Welcome back, Jen.
There, yay!
Welcome back, Jen. Like, you know who mine is, Tasha, from AB.
Yeah, but tell everybody.
So, his name's Dresden. He's part of my protagonist Interpol team. But Dresden is a 6'3", built like a brick shithouse, badass German operative, who is drool worthy. And Tasha and I actually found a celebrity that we were like, what would Dresden look like? And then she showed me this picture of a celebrity I hadn't previously known. And she was like, picture that celebrity with green eyes, and that's Dresden.
My phone's not in here, so I can't show the picture. I don't know. That makes me sad.
I did, but the actor is Manu Bennett.
Yes, that's why I was going to show the picture, because there is a picture of me with Manu Bennett, because I met him.
So Dresden is like Manu Bennett with like really deep green eyes. So he's definitely. And my other favorite character is Teresa, who's the Mexican housekeeper with the tequila.
Gives everybody tequila. Like it's
She
like,
has
oh, you're
tequila.
having a bad day. Here's tequila. Oh, you walked up and around.
You
Here's
killed 4 people
tequila.
this morning. Here, have some tequila. It's okay, honey. You'll kill 5 more tomorrow. Don't worry about it. So those are my 2 favorites. But I honestly I even like my antagonist. I know that's terrible because he's supposed to be the asshat, but I even like the bad guy in my book. I'm like, he's a cool dude.
We're doing minor characters today.
I know. I don't have any bad minor characters. No, in my opinion. I don't know about everybody else's opinion, but in my opinion, I like them all. Like, they're all so cute.
So, all right. So Brighton. I already asked this to Jen. So, what was that one book when you were a kid or a teen or whatever that gave you kind of that spark that made you say, "Hey, I want to do this. I want to write"?
Oh, I never had a book like that.
Oh,
No, not when I was a teenager. No, I just have always written, I guess, angsty, emo stuff when I was a teenager, of course, right? It's kind of a prerequisite. Yeah, and then I didn't write for years, and then I had kids, and then I read Twilight, actually, and I eventually started writing fanfic, and that eventually led to original fiction. So it's been a long road, but it sort of re-sparked, I guess, in the last maybe 5 years, I guess.
Am I the only person that wants to write Twilight fan fiction where Edward and Jacob kill each other? Because I really do. That makes me
I'm
mad.
sure there's.
I'm sure. I was just going to say, I'm sure there's probably one of those out there. I wouldn't have read it, but.
Like, seriously, like I want to have like a fanfic story where those two kill each other and then Bella goes and like bangs one of the Volturi. Like I don't even know, but
Yeah, I can probably guarantee there's one of those. Like maybe Jane, actually, like Bella and
That would be
Jane,
hot.
I think. Yeah.
Lane says hi to Tiff. And then
Are you
Brenda,
laughing, Jen? What are you laughing at?
Jen's cracking up. Like
Jen's dying over there. She's like, "What did I walk into?"
I actually, so
hilarious.
I'm excited that Jen's here. I actually submitted to Jen, so I'm totally excited that she's on chat tonight. She is one of the mentors that I picked to submit to. Hi, this is my humor in real life. So I'm excited she's here. And Brighton, I actually talked to on. We tweeted back and forth when the contest first started for a minute there, and I was just posting random shit, and she was smart and decided to answer my questions. Like, here, learn some shit, dumbass. And I was like, yay.
Me? I did?
Yes, you did. When I don't even remember the question I was posting, but you were like the first person that started answering them. And I was like thinking to myself, and I'm like, she probably thinks I'm a dumbass. She's like, let's educate this dumbass. So it's totally cool. Prologue, right? And that's what we were talking about.
Submit to either of you because I'm pretty sure neither one of you wanted urban fantasy, and mine is not only urban fantasy, it's gory urban fantasy. So it's like, yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna fit with them. So
No, unfortunately. I do, well, I don't know if this is technically urban fantasy or PNR, but the Kate Daniels series, I love. Corinne? Anybody? You guys don't read that?
I'm trying to remember if I read it or not.
No. What?
no.
I know.
Okay.
I'm sheltered.
Okay. Okay. We need to go. And you need to give it the first 3 books. I know it's a long time, but you need to give it the first 3 books because then in book 3, wow.
I need to stop.
Corinne is a sexy beast. Literally a beast. She's the beast lord.
Like Beast
Yes.
Wars. Hello.
Yes.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Keep going.
I'm done here. Brenda also said that we didn't accept prologues in the contest, just chapter 1, so they'd only see them if they requested more pages. So, guys, if you accidentally sent your prologue,
Whoops.
oops.
I didn't get any prologues, so everybody, good job. Did it right.
I didn't get any either.
Okay, awesome. So are you two, like, fighting, contending over any manuscripts? Like, are you constantly, like, catfighting? I mean, no details or anything, but just, like, are you catfighting over them?
Yes. Yes, there is one that I will fight to the death. She's getting blinded. My evil plan is working. She's getting blinded by the sun. Yeah, we are.
I'm sorry. I'm in my car.
That's all right. We had a lot of the same wish list, so we got a lot of the same entries, and we liked a lot of the same entries. So I think my alternates are not ones that she picked, although one of them was a maybe that she was contemplating, but I think she decided to pass that over to me. So, but for the main mentee, who I will hold on till she'll have to pry from my cold dead hands. we're fighting. We're cat fighting about that one.
What was that, Jen?
She's not above that.
What?
She's not too good to pry it from my cold dead hand.
I think I have mine picked out, so I think I'll leave Brighton the one that she's really excited about.
So we can't put you two in a boxing ring and you duke it out? We can't do that?
Oh my God, you have no idea how relieved I am. 4 mentors, every single mentor that this person submitted to loved this manuscript.
Aww.
So, yeah, and like one of the other ones who was submitted to, I don't want to give too many hints, I guess, said basically I put my spit all over this manuscript. I licked it like a cupcake so that nobody else could have it. And I
That's
totally
Fantastic.
did.
I kind of want to know what mentor that was who's licking the manuscript.
That's me. I'm licking it. I'm totally licking it. Somebody else was like, yeah. And I said, yeah, my spit is all over this sucker. So.
Oh my god, you guys are killing me.
all on your stuff. That's gross.
Well,
It's totally adorable. I want to see two mentors like, I don't know, maybe I'm a perverted bitch because I read too many dirty books, but I'm telling you, I want to see like two mentors, baby pool full of Jello, duke it out over a manuscript.
I said KY jelly. We were gonna do it up like old school.
What?
What? I didn't hear you, Jen.
Yeah, Jen, you cut out.
Oh, I cut out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I actually did do Jello wrestling in high school, and it is not as glamorous. Yeah. It was really sticky, and it hurt really bad when it dried.
Why would
I
you
bet.
shower before it dried?
So
That's what
yeah.
she said?
Yeah.
Brighton, I'm sorry, where are you from? 'Cause I feel like I need to come take you to dinner now. I'm serious.
See, this is the night that I really should have whiskey, but
I know, like
Yeah.
I suddenly feel
I
like
got
I
water
overdid-
in a Winnie the Pooh cup, so
I have
living it up over here.
Bubba, my Bubba mug.
You're cutting.
Winnie the Pooh.
It's
Who's
a rare
cutting out?
moment. It's a rare moment when we find people who will make perverted comments like we will. That's a fantastic.
Oh, I make them all the time.
In other news on perverted comments, because I flirted with all of my potential mentors, I'm gonna have to email Jen and be like, "Can you send me some pictures of that Jello wrestling, please?"
And we lost her again. She'll be back in a minute, guys. She's having so many problems with the connection.
She's in a car, man. What do you
I
want?
know. So,
by the way, Tasha,
while
I
we're
have
waiting
to
for
tell
Jen
you.
to come back, I am going to go into some news.
Yay, she's back.
Welcome back, Jen. I'm going to go into some news. For those of
Sorry.
you,
I don't know what's wrong with this.
it's okay, Jen.
We have since when did we start doing news?
Well, since the fact that I have some good news that I want to put out there because stuff's happening. So,
All right, now to Tasha for the weather. Sorry. Go ahead.
such a brat. Okay, so anyways,
Love you.
so for those of you who have been doing the Get Off My Lawn Con, which you know is the adult version of Right On Con, thank you. I'm just having, words escape my brain today. Michelle for laughs. Everybody knows who she is. She's awesome. We need to get her on the show one day, by the way. Anyway, she's got something going on over there called Early Bird Agents, where she's having some ninja agents. The identities will be revealed in September that are going to come in onto the forums, and you might potentially get your query and stuff picked up to where you could submit to the agents. So,
Oh, shit, son.
yeah, so go to Get Off My Lawn Con.
Wow.
All the information is under the announcements and information section. So definitely read up on that. It's another opportunity to get your foot in the door, and make sure you thank Michelle because she's so awesome for doing this. So thank you, Michelle. So I want to put that out there. And
I love the name Get Off My Lawn Con, by the way, because every time somebody says it, I picture like a 65-year-old white dude in his boxers, like watering the front lawn, screaming at the neighborhood hoodlums to get off his lawn, and it just makes
all the kids like, get off my lawn.
yeah.
All
Like,
right,
I yell that at the kids in my neighborhood every day, so it makes me happy.
one more bit of announcement I have to make. You may know her as LL Kinney or at Tangent or tangent.wordpress.com. She is a watcher. She is a friend that we've known since she's a new agent. She is, or rather was, on Pitch Wars because she has some great news, and I told her I'd give her a shout out. She got agented. She's got picked up. So congrats, Tangent. We wish you the best. And she did say that she will come on and talk about it with us and let us know what it's like to be
Oh,
on.
yeah. Good for her. Tangent, if you're watching, I love you and I hate you all at the same time. Do your thing. Love it. Love it. So proud. By the way, Mal C said it's the joy of romance writers, Tiff. It is the joy of romance writers, the humor that we have. We are dirty bitches. Speaking of romance, I need to tell you guys about a book I've been waiting all day to tell you about. So, as Tasha knows, and anybody who's been watching me on Twitter, I've been kind of in a little funk lately. It happens. I have mild depression, so occasionally it happens, and I have trouble getting out of it.
This is why we make a good team, because she has mild depression, and I have massive anxiety. So
yeah, we work good together. So it's been a very rough week. I'm 27. I just had my first panic attack this week, and I kind of freaked the hell out. But
sorry.
I know, it totally sucked ass. I thought I was dying. It was horrible. But so I've been trying to find a way to get out of this funk, because I've written once in like 7 days. So today I spent the whole day sitting in bed with my son watching TV, and I was like, I'm going to try to read a book. I should have read a book 5 days ago, because had I read this 5 days ago, I probably wouldn't be depressed. So everybody knows I like dirty books. So the author is Laura Lee, and the book is called Dangerous Games. I have to show you guys this. I am no longer in a depression. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be writing later. This shit was fantastic.
I need to check that out.
Just damn. So, just damn. So, anytime that I read a good book, I like to tell people. So, this is part of, like, she does this whole series with Navy SEALs, which is totally hot anyway. So, if you're looking for something to read, you dirty-minded little people who like dirty books.
You know who else has a SEALs series? That's awesome. Elle Kennedy's, what is it, Hot series, or I can't remember
the author's name.
Yeah, Elle Kennedy. They're like 10, maybe, I think. Oh no, it's Out of Uniform series. Yeah, they're yummy.
I love that she just said yummy, because that's totally adorable.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all know that I like dirty books. So that was I read that whole book today. I started reading it at about 8 o'clock this morning. And
you finished it. That's where you've been all day. That's why you fell asleep.
Wow.
It is. That's where I've been all day. So it's fantastic. Go read it. Sexy bitches. Trust me, you will not regret it. I would never tell you to read a bad book. So yeah. So I'll probably be writing later. Hallelujah. Lord knows my characters need to get laid in book 2, because there hasn't been a whole lot of that. So, whole lot of death and dismemberment, not as much sex. It needs to get balanced. Like, just saying.
All right. So, Brighton, what's your favorite trope? Like, what's one thing you could like read over and over again in so many different ways, and it's, you know, you could just do it. You love it.
I would say probably best friend to lover.
Awesome. See,
Yeah.
I like enemies to lover. I like the people who are like ready to kill each other.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too.
Oh.
There's really not. I don't want to say there's not a trope I don't like, because there so is, I'm sure. But there are a lot of tropes that I love, so long as they're done new and different. And sometimes not even new and different. Sometimes that's why I like, tropes, because they feel like, slipping into your favorite T-shirt. You know exactly where it's going, and it's just nice to hang out with it for a while.
That's cool. And we lost Jen again.
I know. Poor Jen.
Michelle, by the way, I just saw Michelle's comment in the Q&A. Thank you for the tip, and I will check it out. Trust me.
I believe I've heard of the Laura Lee's Read series. I can't remember. So.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Jen.
I give 5.
Well, before you do that, let's go with your favorite trope. Or did we just lose her again?
While I'm here and not cutting out, let's see. Did it come to me? Is it my turn?
Yes, Jen, to you.
Oh God, is it cutting out again? I want to die! Okay. I'm sorry, I'm really overly dramatic about things. My favorite trope is older brother's best friend.
Older brother.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That was dude, Jen, I love you, because Dangerous Games, that's exactly what the trope is. It's so good. So good.
That's what the trope is in the second Caged in Winter too.
Is it?
So many books.
Yeah.
The older brothers.
I love that one.
I don't know. For me, that would have been awkward because, like, I'm 6 years younger than my brother. So, like, when I grew up, they were all my brothers. They were staying the night all the time. So if I had dated one of my brother's friends, it would have been like dating another brother. That just would have been weird.
Well, it's when they grow up, when they get older, so.
Yeah, they're still like my brothers. It'd be so
Well,
weird.
there's got to be one like that that's not like that. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't want to do if they feel like brothers. That's gross.
There's really not.
She's like, no.
No, they're all brothers. It's pretty much how it was. Because I was the only girl, and so because they were older than me, they were tasked with watching out for me because I was 6 years younger and I was the only girl. So it was literally like they would sit there and teach me how to fight, and if anybody else came near me to try to hurt me, they were done. So it was like all brothers. So.
Yeah, see, I could totally turn that into something dirty.
Feel free.
I could, like them, like, you know, protecting you and, yeah. Not
Just-
brotherly, but.
Just put me in your credits. That's all.
Okay.
Acknowledge. That's all.
Like, I hope my brother never watches this show, by the way, because he would totally punch me for saying this. So my brother is 4 years older than me. I'm 27, my brother's 30. And I think when I was, like, I grew up with my brother's friends, so, like, because we were all very close. I think it wasn't until I was about, like, 16 that they started to notice that I wasn't just Dale's sister. And then Dale, like, started going on this tangent, and he was like, dude, if you look at my sister again, bad things are going to happen to you. So, like, I never got to date any of my brother's friends because the threat of castration will pretty much put anybody off to dating.
Yeah.
Rude. Welcome back. And actually, guys, I hate to do this, but I will be right back. I have to go take care of my kids. They're being obnoxious.
No problem. See you in a minute.
So I'll call back in a second. I'm sorry. I love you. I'll be back.
Am I on?
You're on.
You're on. You're back, sweetie. So Usher Hogan says that you both, you and you, are adorable. But don't take my word for it. Come and see. So she thinks you're quite adorable. So, and then Malcy says tropes are tropes for a reason. Yeah, they are. So, yeah, everybody has, I don't care what anybody says, everybody has a trope that they love, that they could read over and over again, whether it's an old way or a new way, because just like Brighton said, it's like putting on that old comfy t-shirt, and it's just comfortable, and you want to read it. So.
Exactly.
And then Michelle says it's like a sci-fi-ish take on Shifters. Oh, this is the Breed series, and how they fit into our slightly futuristic series, and the breeds finding their mates, of course. Bow chicka wow wow. Oh, I'm sorry, what? So, all right. So, do either of you have like a guilty pleasure in the reading world?
No.
I don't think that anything's a guilty pleasure. As long as you like it, I mean, I don't know. I don't find anything guilty pleasure. I just like stuff, and that's that.
See, we are so twins. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Sisters from another mister?
I think we were separated at birth, maybe. Yeah, there. Woo!
Okay, you two are completely adorkable. I just want to put that out there.
Thank you.
Actually,
I'm
looking at you.
cuddled in my car. Like,
Are you still hiding from the sun?
I am. Don't like. It's like
How is
coming in.
Oh, you're on the other. I'm like, how is it still sunny there? It's dark here, but you're way on the other side of the world.
I'm on
What time zone are you in, Jen?
I'm in the Pacific time zone.
Oh, yeah, so it really is early there. And Brighton,
Yeah.
you're
Central.
Central, and me and Tiff are East, so we pretty much got everything but except for mountains, so we're good. So we got a couple new favorite characters. Ivory, a nurse from the Plaque Mines Parish. Not a fan of my MC from day one. Aloof, mysterious, silent, snarky voodoo heiress. I want to meet a snarky voodoo heiress.
Me too.
So Vanessa E asks, do you guys see any trends coming from YA books into new A books? Anyway, NA. Wow, new adult. Let's just go with that.
Like what? Yeah, you go, Jen. I don't know.
Any trends
I was
coming
going to say you go.
Hey, you said that I could pass it to you.
Okay. Well, I mean, trends coming from YA to new A or new adult. I don't really see that happening. New adult has its own kind of problem or own kind of issues. Like, new adult is coming of age and kind of figuring out your life when you become an adult at 18, which you totally don't know what the hell you're doing. So I think that it has its own issues that it deals with, whereas YA has another set. So I don't see a lot of not crossover. I'm not trying to say that, but I don't see a lot of YAs converting to new adult. I think new adult is its own thing, and people. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I actually don't see. I actually see a correlation more between new adult and adult than I do between young adult and new adult. I think that it's so separate to me in my mind between new adult and young adult. It's not just sexed up young adult, because I don't know if it's the mom in me or what, but young adults are, I mean, so young. You know, they don't deal with the kind of stuff that poor Jen, she's blinded.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. Let me sit up higher. I'm like too short for the visor. Okay.
I'm only 5'4". I feel your pain.
Oh, I'm an Amazon apparently. I don't know.
She's like, I'm an Amazon. You and Tiff would get along great then, because I always say, like, we'll sit there and joke and be like, man, I'll smack you. She's like, you can't reach. I'll be like, I'll pull that line from Family Guy where Stewie gets the step stool to hit Will Ferrell. I go, I'll do that. Why?
Yes, indeed.
But, so apparently I'm going to say, to put the rumors to rest, new adult is not sexed up young adult. It's not people writing young adult so that they can have their protagonist, love interest, have sex. That is a myth. Get over it. It's not what it is.
No.
So.
It's not.
All right.
I posted that on Twitter today, and I said that if I heard that one more time from somebody, that my head would explode like one of those fembots from Austin Powers. Like, I would be like, and my head would explode. Because I am so tired of hearing that, and I'm just like, it's not! But, and then YA. Yeah, I have very strong feelings on this, so, yes.
Veronica is also here in our comments. She says hi. She's here to heckle and have fun. She's Mountain Time, by the way, so we actually are all here. Emma asks, what kind of male persona do you like to see as a love interest? Do you want them strong but sweet, or arrogant?
Do you want to go first, Jen, or you want me to?
I want them to fit the story.
You want them to what?
I was going to say, to fit the story. I mean, it's whatever you sell me. Like, I mean, if it's going to be, I really like unexpected heroes. Sorry. Okay. I was like, this is like the most awkward like video call ever. Okay. But I really like Megan Erickson's book, Make It Count. I really liked her hero, Alec, because it wasn't a typical hero, like not the typical macho, I'm going to pummel you to the ground kind of hero. And I really like kind of the nerdy guys who maybe are more talented with words than their fists sometimes. But I do like a good alpha hero too. It just depends on the story. And I mean, it's up to the author to sell me on the hero.
I mean, yeah, I can totally buy into that. I mean, I can like alpha or beta heroes. My favorite are gamma heroes, though, who have the best of both qualities. They've got, you know, that sexy, possessive side, not controlling, but still are, sensitive and thoughtful and that kind of stuff. So if your hero is the best of both of those, yeah, you've got me.
For some reason, I just saw that commercial, and I can't remember for what candy it's for, but it's first they're sour, then they're sweet. And, like, they cut off the girl's ponytail, and they're, like, so...
Isn't that, like, Sour Patch Kid? Not
Sour Patch Kids, that's it, yes. For some reason, I don't know what Brighton was talking, all I can picture is the Sour Patch Kids.
First they punch you in the face, and then they make up for it by being sweet.
Yeah, no punching your protagonist in the face unless, she's going to kill him for it or something. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely no punching. No punching.
So Veronica says, Jen, you look so uncomfortable. I wish I could send some shade your way.
You should switch your parking spot. Back your car in so the sun's behind you.
Yeah, isn't there like
almost to the tree?
What?
It's okay. We're getting off soon, so it'll be okay.
That's what she said.
Yeah, whenever you need to go, Jen, just let me know, and we'll go ahead and say our goodbyes. We're gonna miss you. So, since I can say we probably are crawling close to that because you only wanted to do an hour. So do you have any parting advice for the Pitch Wars mentees or just people who are trying to get published in general?
Do you want to go first, Brighton?
Well, geez. That's kind of an open-ended thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess just don't quit. Keep trying. Listen to advice, but don't listen to all the advice. I don't know. That's it, I guess. Do your best. I mean, you can't do anything but that, and you've got to keep on going until you get the yes.
All right. So, perseverance. Keep going.
Perseverance. You got it.
All right.
That's it? You agree with me? That's all that you're going to do?
With everything.
No,
I was talking!
Okay.
Hold on!
Okay, patience. Patience.
Oh, goodness.
I'm getting grumpy in the car. I'm like a little kid. I'm like, ah! Okay, anyways. My advice would be, sorry, I'm like so ridiculous. This is me on editing mode. Okay.
You're awesome. You're both
my advice would just be to keep writing, and also to keep learning your craft. Craft is probably the most important thing that you can work on. And make sure that you're always trying to improve that. So whether that be taking classes online or going to conferences, whatever you can afford. I mean, there's tons of free options. Get good critique partners. It's really important to have people that you can trust who will give it to you straight and not just sugarcoat things. And really just don't give up. That's the most important thing, because that's where a lot of writers, where it doesn't get past the query stage, is that they give up too soon. And you don't know when that one agent is going to say yes. So just keep trucking until you get that yes, because eventually, if you work hard enough, it will happen.
And Veronica asked, what's your favorite part of Pitch Wars? From the mentor side.
What's my favorite part of Pitch Wars?
Yes.
Can I say meeting Brighton? Because...
Well, I'm just going to copy you and say meeting Jen.
There you go. See, guys, remember how I've said that it's not all about the prize. It's not all about, getting picked by a mentor. Even the mentors are making great friends through this. So, make sure you look around. You might find the best CP partner of your life. You don't know. So, let's see. So
yeah, the non-sappy answer. Ooh, what's that?
Something vibrated.
That was my... I know, it sounds like a duck farting. It's my phone, and I don't know how to turn it off to vibrate while it's on this video call, so I'm sorry. It's like duck fart central.
Duck fart central. That's the new quote of the day. Duck fart central.
besides meeting Jen, my favorite part has been just reading all the entries. I mean, there are some. I mean, it's the best and worst part because you can only pick two, you know. And there have been some amazing entries and some that have been amazing but haven't been for me, you know, whether it's because I haven't connected with a character or a plot line or just, I guess, the genre maybe of it. But it's great to see behind the scenes those, you know, stories still getting picked up by other mentors. And it's so cool to see behind the scenes. This is the first contest I've ever been a mentor for, and to see everybody, you know, so involved and, you know, I guess set on seeing these writers succeed, you know, in any way that they can, and they want to help. It's amazing.
So is this both your first year doing mentor side?
Mine.
Yes. Yeah, first year.
Awesome. Did you guys participate as potential mentees before in Pitch Wars?
I've never done Pitch Wars before.
Not at all.
Nope.
And
I
what about
did.
you, Jen?
Yes, I actually did.
Okay, so you were a mentee, so you've been on both sides of the fence. You got to be the neurotic mentee being like, oh my God, will I get picked? And now you're the mentor.
I'm always neurotic. That doesn't change whether I'm a mentee or a mentor. So.
Oh, Brenda says, I thought the best part of Pitch Wars was meeting me, sad puppy.
Oh, it was. Yes.
That too.
Screw Jen. It was meeting Brenda.
Oh, wow, they changed their tune real quick, didn't they?
Look at Jen's face. It's frozen.
I know,
She's so
I love
mad
her.
at me.
So, Jen, were you picked last year? Is that how you got to did you get to the agent round, or?
I was an alternate last year. Sarah picked me up, or not Sarah. Sarah was my mentor, and yeah. So I did not get a mentor from, or I can't talk. Okay, I did not get an agent from Pitch Wars, but I got it really shortly after. I got my agent in March, so it was right after. I think like the next month. So, but Sarah did a really good job.
Pitch Wars last year helped you in the process of getting your agent?
Yeah, it was really helpful. Sarah really helped me tighten up my query. As an alternate, she looked at my query and my first page, so she really helped me tighten that up. And then I have this really weird sunspot on my nose right now. It's okay. I'm like so awkward. This is my life. I'm sitting in a car at the library. Like, what is my deal? Okay. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much. You're so much fun to interview. It's great.
Yeah. But yeah, Pitch Wars did really help me get my stuff ready for getting an agent. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Jen, do you want us to let you go so that you can kind of, you know, get out of the sun and we don't, you know, make you feel more awkward?
I know. I'm gonna have like this weird like sun line, probably like finger marks on my face. So we'll see how that turns out tomorrow.
It's gonna be the profile tan.
But anyways, yes, I will let you know because I need to get back into the editing cave. So I won't plague you with my awkwardness anymore.
Oh, we love you, Jen. Thank you so much for being here, sweetheart.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great.
Take care, sweetie.
Bye, Natasha.
Hi. All right, and Brighton, so how did you wind up getting picked up? Was it through straight querying? Was it a contest?
It was straight querying, actually. Last year I did Pit Mad, tried it, did not get chosen. And 2 weeks later I had my first offer from an agent. So that's why I know that there are so many authors. I mean, I think there was, what, 1,000 or 1,100 people who've queried, and I mean, we can only pick, I think there's 75 mentors.
Mm-hmm.
So less than 10% of
Right.
people are going to get in. So there's going to be a lot of disappointment, but it's not the end, you know. I mean, 2 weeks later, I had a first of 4 offers. So, you know, it just goes to show you that it's completely subjective. I mean, it was my query in my first 250 words, I think, and that didn't strike a chord with anybody there, but it struck a chord with, you know, 4 agents. So yeah. So yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I just my querying was actually very painless. So it's
I don't have like a lot of rejections or.
I didn't. No, I was very, very lucky.
No.
I published my novellas with Karina first, and I only submitted to 3 e-publishers. And so, you know, I was very lucky there. They were, of course, the last ones to finally say yes. But and then when I queried to agents, it was, I think I had just under 2 dozen that I queried, and the whole process took less than a month.
Wow.
So it was.
Can I have writing
fast.
lessons from you, since apparently you're that good?
It was no. I think it's one of those things where it was the right manuscript with the right content at the right time. You know, I just hit it.
Yes, that
exactly.
Exactly.
It's just everything
never happen
sort of
again
lined up.
in your entire life.
Yes, well,
that day,
I mean, I hope it'll happen again.
Well,
you know,
we all hope that it'll happen again.
But, yeah, no, it was very, very fast.
Awesome.
My path. So.
And when did you say that your debut's coming out?
November 4th.
November 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Mark it, people. Mark it and get it. I have like a whole list of books to get from all these awesome mentors. You guys are going to make me broke. So, Veronica says, Brenda, you are the best part about Pitch Wars, in parentheses. She is a skilled sucker. That Veronica. Veronica is actually a lot of fun. She is a great mentor. We had her on yesterday, and today she had her own show with Fiona today at noon, so you guys can definitely go and check that out on Veronica's website, which I believe is vbartles.com. So, and Brenda says, "Oh, I love you." Ha 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 ha. Brenda, you're so lurky. You always lurk. She's like, I should be writing, and then she gets mad at us for distracting her because we forcibly made you click the link. So let's see here. We have a few more favorite characters that we can read out for these guys. Marcel, this is by Melanie at Ratify, I guess, Rattify. Marcel, the librarian, blacksmith, history dork, embarrassingly incurable romantic, warhammer-wielding warrior of God.
Ooh.
That's a
lot of W's.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. I was like, okay, wow, I thought I was... Yeah, I was going to lose that repetition there. Stumble over myself. And then let's see. Samil, Dionysus' mom. She only talks in metaphors, minor to plot, but so much fun to write. I love when you have those tiny characters who are just the supporting role, but they are awesome.
Right.
Like you want to make a book just for them, but they're just a supporting character.
Yeah.
Agatha, the MC's theater junkie direct, slightly pervy boyfriend. She's our best friend, I guess. She's hilarious and in costume every day at school. And that's by Jason Robbins. That's kind of fun.
I like slightly pervy best friends.
Yeah, those are a
They're
lot.
Great.
Definitely. And the Bloody Munchkin, whose name I love on Twitter. I love that name. Says Allie because she has all these conflicting emotions over the one boy she shouldn't want, and her left hook is mean. Well, at least it's not a right hook, but you know. Veronica says your adorableness is very distracting, and Brenda says she is multitasking. Oh,
say, I got questions on Twitter. Did you see those?
No, go ahead and read them and answer them.
Okay. Let's see. From Nikki, Roberti, maybe?
Yeah, she watches all the time. She's
okay.
Awesome. She also pimps us out, and I did get that one. I didn't see it, but yes, I see it now.
Yeah. Okay. what are the top qualities, components necessary for amazing voice?
Good question.
It is a good question, and it's hard to answer. I don't really know. I just know it when I hear it, I guess.
Well, what kind of voices do you look for? Do you like whimsical or, smart aleck? Like, what's your kind of voice?
I like one that can balance everything. I love to laugh when I read, but I also like, serious issues. I like to read that. So I guess I like it when you can, impart some humor into the writing. And I love pretty prose, but it can't overwhelm the story. When there's so much of it that it takes you forever to read.
It's like it's almost like reading a college term paper.
Yes.
So many big words. Yes, I feel the very same way about that. I prefer my words to be more plain and straightforward. I don't mind big words, but I don't want every word to be a big word.
Right. And I really like it when the entire manuscript isn't full of it, it packs a bigger punch when you get to something that is extraordinary. When you get to a sentence or a paragraph that really knocks you on your butt, I guess,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So that's why when people are like, yeah, I love Moby Dick, I'm like, really? How? I can't read it. I try.
No.
I'm just like,
I can't. I get bored with that kind of stuff.
Me too. I can't do it. Tiff, however, read it and loved it. I'm like, I'm proud. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
No. I actually got another one from R.A. Ballard. Said some famous writers get away with less than stellar writing. Tell us why we should not follow their example, i.e. use excessive word repeats, use of far too many had, and begin with the weather. Well, why would you want to do something that's awful?
Yeah,
you don't, if that's how you want to do is follow in somebody else's footsteps, more power to you, but
even so, if you really want to do this, like if this is something you want to put for your life, what you're passionate about, why would you want to half-ass it?
Yeah, exactly.
Want to make it the best you could possibly make it. If you're just following somebody who half-assed it and happened to get published, then that tells me you're kind of more in it for the money than the actual storytelling.
Did I come in the middle of one of Tasha's mini rants?
No, we just got started. I know it's frustrating because there are so many books out there that are, bestsellers that they are, in my opinion, terrible. But that doesn't mean that in your opinion they wouldn't be the most amazing thing you've ever read, and that's the beauty of books.
Tiff, the question is why with so many authors out there that write so badly with so many hads and repetitive words and starting with the weather, why shouldn't people just follow in their footsteps if they're making it?
I think that's, that all depends on what kind of author you want to be. Do you want to be an author that, because we have two different types of authors in the world. Think about it. You have authors that write the classics. And there are those books and stories that are so well written that they've survived 200 years. Or do you just want to write a story that's, going to make you some quick cash and it's going to be around for a couple years and then people are going to forget about it? Like if you think about it, I hate to say this, but Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey is a perfect example because right now they're hot, but 10 years from now, people really aren't going to care as much about them as they did when, the phenomenon happened. But if you look at books like, oh God, I'm totally going to show like my literary nerd rage self. If you look at books like Tess and Sense and Sensibility and Wuthering Heights and anything that Shakespeare wrote, anything that Edgar Allan Poe wrote, Charles Dickens, those are books that we've been reading for years and years and years, and 20 years from now, people are still going to be reading those books because they're classics and because they're beautiful, not only in writing, but in the images they give you and the story that they tell you. So I really think it all depends just what kind of legacy do you want to leave with your book.
I I think if this is what you want to do, you should try to do it to your best capability. I don't think you should come in and want to have a passion for anything that you're gonna half-ass. That could
Well,
be
yeah,
very
but the
poor.
best capability all depends on the person, because you have people, like, think about it. Like, there are books out there that you and I, because we have similar tastes, I'm not sure about Brighton, but I'm sure she'll chime in on this, that you and I would never buy. Like, we would never, just because of what it is. Like, for example, the dino porn books. Like, you and I would never, ever...
No!
T-boned by a T-Rex is not something you would ever catch on our Kindles or on our shelves, because we're
But you know
just
what, I don't,
about that.
but the question isn't about capability. It's about why should we try when these people are getting published for their half-ass published work? That's
You know what though? It's not just books. It's life. You know, people who the nice guys, end last. They always do, and people who are assholes and take the shortcuts always
Like
succeed.
Bieber.
Yes.
Like Justin Bieber.
Yes. Okay, Justin Bieber.
By the way,
But,
Canada, take him back.
It's life, and you've gotta. I mean, it's something you gotta roll with.
It
You
is.
gotta deal with it.
I mean, Brighton's right. I mean, it's not just writing, and sadly, that's the kind of people you see everywhere in every industry. Think about it. I mean, this is part of the mini rant might happen, guys. I'm sorry. I get heated about certain topics.
Rant, that's it. I have to timer on her rants, or they'll go forever.
No, but if you think about it, like, look at so let's women, for example. Look how hard it is for a hardworking woman, for example, to come out of college and work her way from an entry-level job up to, say, a CEO. It takes forever. It still does. Like, it's not an easy thing. However, there have been plenty of industries where you have a secretary who fucks her way to the top, and she's there damn near instantly. Fucking your way to the top is not the dignified way to do it. You didn't really put any effort into it. You didn't have to show any real skills, except I'm going to shut up or say something rude.
You want to get to where you want to go. Everybody has choice.
Yeah, that's a choice. If you want to be, and just for authors specifically, if you want to be one of those authors that does the, I call it elementary school writing, but, where it's the really easy, you didn't have to put any thought into it, really, then that's your choice. If you're successful by that, then, whatever. The rest of us, if you want to leave something behind that you're really proud of, you'll put the effort. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, and I think especially that's what contests like Pitch. That's what I like about contests like Pitch Wars, is you have an extra chance to make your manuscript better. You know what I mean? Because the fact of the matter is, because I write romance, and any romance writer out there will agree with this because we read it all the time. There's a lot of, and not just self-published, but traditionally published, small press. There's a lot of really bad, just cheesy ass romance that people pump out really quick, and it's got a lot of sex in it and damn near no fucking plot, but everybody buys it because it's a cheesy romance and they just want to read a quick read for the romance. Could the rest of us romance writers write books like that and publish them, 15 a year? Fuck yeah, we could. But not all of us do, and why? It's because some of us actually want to be proud of what we've written. The Auction Block is probably the first thing I've ever written that I'm proud of, and it's romantic suspense. And the amount of effort that I put into the suspense part of that took forever. Like, it really did take a lot of research and a lot of me looking into it, because I didn't want to just half-ass it and just do whatever. I wanted it to be real. I wanted it to be something that was an actually in-depth read that people could analyze and really get into, and not just, oh, hey, look, a whole bunch of characters fucking, and then some bombs go off, and then, oh, yay, they're together. I can read 100 books like that.
So I think the bottom line is that if you're passionate about it and you want to craft a tale, then you should do it to the best of your capability and not just copy half-ass published people because they got lucky.
And you should get another.
So,
I think half the bad books that are written, especially on the more self-published side, isn't really the fault of the author per se, because it's nothing to do with they wanted to put out a bad book. It's just some people, and because I go to a lot of events here in Baltimore that are all self-published authors in our area, and I am amazed at how many of them think that they can really write a book and then not use an editor. They think they can just self-edit the book once or twice and then it's perfect. And I'm like, no, you can't. You need to have somebody else look at your book. Self-editing.
Even if you're an editor, you can't edit your own book.
Yeah.
I mean, you can self-edit a pass, but you need those CP partners. You need somebody else with those eyes, because eventually you become immune to the mistakes in your book, and you're not going to catch it the way a fresh pair of eyes can.
Right.
So I want to get to some of these comments on the side.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I see that they are, those comments
They're starting to pack it in. Veronica says, it's all super subjective too. Sometimes the best written book rubs you the wrong way. There's a super popular book that everyone loves and it's beautifully written, but I hate it for personal reasons. Judging writing is not an objective art. And I find that to be very true.
That's true.
Absolutely. So, and then Emma says, I did like Twilight and 50, but like Tiff, I question longevity. One of my favorite books was written by Piers Anthony nearly 3 decades ago. Spectacular book that will live on in my mind forever. So, I guess Jen came back?
And you know what, Emma? I'll admit it. For the most part, I like Twilight. I have all the books. I own all the movies. And I like 50 Shades. I'm not ashamed to say that I like 50 Shades of Grey, but the fact of the matter is, 10 years from now,
The wrong way? There's
look, I'm gonna go.
Yes, sir! But I hate it for personal reasons.
And no sun.
Not an objective art. And I find that to be very true. Absolutely.
So,
Jen, are you playing us in the background?
yeah, I was going to say, who's got the feedback?
I think it's Jen. I wasn't there.
3 decades ago. Spectacular book that will live on in my mind forever. So, I guess Jen.
Yeah, I heard Tiff talking about a bunch of fucking, so I just had to join back in.
That's fine. Are you watching us, though? Because we can hear us now.
And I like 50 Shades. I'm not ashamed to say that I like 50 Shades of Grey, but the fact of the matter is, 10 years from now,
Am I what?
Oh, dear.
Back from you. Oh, yeah, here you go.
Do you want me to put it on this microphone?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yay!
Yay! That's good.
We could hear the video of us that's a few seconds behind feeding back through. So sorry guys, you're gonna hear that.
I hate the sound of my own voice. It's terrible, and I'm like, oh God, turn it off.
Tell me about it. I hate my voice. I'm like, I wish it was a lot lower or deeper.
I say I sound like a 10-year-old boy all the time, so we have the same voice, Jen.
Yeah, we do have the same voice.
So Nikki Roberti said, as a professional editor, I am the first to admit I need an editor, and I love feedback because I've been on both sides. Yes, always remember you need a fresh pair of eyes to look at your work.
Yeah, I mean, I write, and I also do freelance editing. But in my editing process, I do one pass of self-edit.
There's like 50 million things of feedback.
But then I pass it off. Like, I have Tasha, and I have a shit ton of other CPs.
Hold on.
Jen's like, I have to make this work. Make it work, Jen. It's okay. Love you.
I'm going to get back on the call. Hold on.
You're still... Oh.
Hold on. Give her a second.
Okay.
She's good.
And Nikki went on to say, and what's even better is my editor, who owns a freelance company, has me edit for her in return. It's awesome.
You need it. So note to everybody out there, if you don't have critique partners or somebody else to edit your shit, get some, like yesterday.
But if you're self-publishing, you need more than critique partners. You need a professional editor.
Yes.
Period. And a professional editor that you can see their examples of how they work, because a lot of books that I've read, one in particular, I can't even remember which one it is, but it listed literally 4 editors, and the manuscript would have bled if I would have taken a red pen to it. I mean, it was horribly written with errors. So yes, professional editor, please. I beg of you.
So, Jen, yeah, I have to ask, do you feel better now that you're in a seat, not in the blinding sun?
Yes.
And the connection's better. We like this.
We're going to have these two back on again.
Yeah, I think they're great. You guys are both so awesome.
It's too much fun not to. Get them in here with Rebecca Yaris, and we can have a fucking party. Not going to lie.
And Brooks.
Yeah, and Brooks.
Oh my god, that's so much fun.
Those two are like captains of the crazy train.
We love the crazy. So.
We have a bus. We have a crazy bus. Everybody's got seats.
Brighton, you have more questions on your end? You're checking
Nope. I was just making sure everybody heard that Jen said she was giving me that MS that we were fighting.
Oh, I see that now. No takebacks.
No takebacks. It's mine.
Can you hear me?
No, sorry, Jen.
She
Can you
licked
hear
it.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
I can't
I'm
see
like
you,
an old
though.
man. I can't hear you.
Oh, there you are.
Hold on. It's like I think I was watching the show, and then I added to be on it, and then it got all haywire.
Did you close out the actual video of us? Not the call, but the video.
Now I have the video.
Wait, now you are in here twice.
It's alright. It glitches like that. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So I just got a tweet that's completely not related that I feel like I need to answer. So I just got a tweet from E.L. Wicker. I'm looking at it on my phone because I don't have my tweet deck up tonight, guys. It says, Tiff, is that a compound bow behind you? If so, awesome. The tattoo I have planned for my shoulder is a compound bow. Why, yes, E.L. Wicker. Behind me is a compound bow. See? You see it? Yeah, it's my compound bow. It's sexy.
You are a badass.
You know, I try to be. I live in Baltimore, and you don't survive here unless you're pretty ready to kick the shit out of somebody.
My old boyfriend used to do bow hunting.
Bow hunting is fun.
That's where I got mine. My husband's an avid deer hunter. We have some serious weaponry chilling in our house, so we actually have 2 compound bows. This one doesn't get shot, though. It's just for decoration in my office to scare people when they come in here to have meetings with me.
Jen, if you get infected, I'm sorry, but there's 2 of you, and every time I try to click on you, it's just black, so I'm trying to eject the second you, so there's only one you.
There we go.
Okay.
You're good.
Am I still here?
Yes.
Can you
There
hear
we
me
go.
now?
Now we can see you.
There she
I just wanted to
is.
make sure.
Shit, I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, so yeah, my husband, this one doesn't actually get shot, by the way. It's just decoration because it's really pretty.
And you
We have a compound bow downstairs that does get shot, though. That one's pretty. We also have a plethora of guns that are locked up in a cabinet because we got kids and, you know, gun safety and all that shenanigans. You don't want your 7-year-old going out and shooting at the neighborhood kids, like, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
So we,
you don't want that.
we keep our shit locked up.
That. Not at all. And so it has been posted on Twitter that Danny Morin, I'm not sure how you say your last name. She's really adorable. She got the blue streak in her hair. She's such a sweetie. She says, calling it a done deal. I've selected my mentee. Now to check. So Danny got hers. So, all right. I mean, are you guys close to picking your actual? Well, okay. We know Brighton is happy because she's pretty sure she's got hers.
I got mine.
So, Jen, what about you? Have you now that you gave Brighton the one she wants, are you close to picking a mentee or?
Yeah, I pretty much have one in mind. I'm just gonna go through. I've been really busy in the editing cave, so I haven't had time to read full manuscripts yet. So I'm going to be doing that as soon as I finish my book this weekend. So, but I pretty much 95% know who my mentor or mentee is going to be.
Is this the one that we DM'd about?
We DM'd about a lot of them. What one?
The one that we DM'd about just this morning.
The one that you saw
Yes.
somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That was really cryptic.
Everybody just.
Ooh, did you hear those hints? You know, like half of Pitch Wars is like, saw where? Where did she see it? Did somebody give it to her? Did they
Through
post
our
it?
email.
Brenda says that she heard it. So yeah, she knows what's happening, Brighton. She heard it, so there's no take back.
Yep, no take back.
And Brenda also says, "Whoa, a way to alienate us, thoughtful ones, Tasha and Tiffany." I don't know how I alienated you. What did I do?
We don't want to alienate anybody. It's okay because we make up for you quiet ones. Just whisper what you want to say in our ear, and we'll make it really slick.
Because we said that we have to have Brighton and Jen back on. I love the quiet one.
Brenda, you're welcome on this show any day, every day, because you might be the single most adorable person I've ever seen. So, anytime, you don't even have to say anything. You can just come sit in here. I don't even care.
Just look
Fine
pretty.
with me.
I think Tiff which this actually, I'm not going to say that, it sounds creepy. I was going to say, I think Tiff likes looking at you, and then I realized just how, like, creepy stalkerish that might sound.
Look, hey, I'll fully admit it. I am one of those women who can appreciate beauty anywhere, and we have some beautiful people up in Ditch Wars. I am not going to lie. I'm just saying. Don't judge me, okay?
No judges.
No judgment here.
Nope, no judgment here. We don't judge.
I'm just saying, it's terrible that I say this because it makes me sound totally terrible, but I was actually talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, have you, like, compared, like, authors from, like, back in the day to, like, some of the people you see trying to break through now? And I'm like, yeah, like, all the authors that I read from back in the day are, like, 45 to 60-year-old women who look like they belong in a soup kitchen, and then all of a sudden there's all these new authors, and I'm like, damn, they're hot. When did that happen? When did writers get, like, drop down, I want to see you in a mini skirt hot? I don't even know when that happened, but I'm totally okay with it. Just saying. There was a transition here.
Veronica, you know we love having you on. You are so much fun, too. I mean, really, we just kind of love everybody, so,
I feel bad being like, Brenda, come on the show, because I know that not only does she have deadlines for her book, but she's the host of Pitch Wars, so she's the one actually trying to keep all this shit running.
Hey, and not to mention
random ass people.
I shot Veronica an invite tonight, and she said no because she was all wrapped up in bed. So clearly, we love having you guys on. So
yeah. Don't start giving us shit, damn it.
All right. So regarding queries, like, what is it you guys look for in a query?
Do you want to go, Brighton?
I don't care. You can go first. Look, your picture's all bright up there. You go first.
Okay.
Go.
Can you actually, like, see the video of me? Because I, like...
Yeah, we could, once I ejected the other you from the room.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. It was like... Shut up! I'm just technologically challenged. Okay, I get why it was all wonky now, because this was in, like, a different, like, tab, or not a tab, but a different window. Okay, so now I can see you. And I was just, like, staring at, like, the blank space. I was like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, like, okay. Anyways, like, I hope I'm smiling and not looking stupid. Okay. Anyway, so, what I look for is just that there's clear conflict, clear motives for the characters, and I guess, it's well written. So that's the three things that I'm looking for.
And Brighton.
Yeah, I want to be introduced to the characters, know the stakes, know the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that in Pitch Wars, there wasn't a query that I had that I didn't read the pages of. So even if it didn't have all those things, I got a lot of queries that were synopsis, and that's tough. I mean, because we don't want to know that. That's not what a query is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not supposed to give away the ending in your query.
No,
I've actually heard
that's a synopsis. If you're giving away the ending, that's your synopsis.
I've actually heard from agents that you should only explain 1/4 of your book. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and then leave them on a hook so that the agents want to read more.
Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't that, I don't think that anybody got a query that was perfect, you know.
I don't think there's any such thing as a perfect query.
No, definitely not. That's, you know, and that's just it. A lot of people, there's so much conflicting advice out there and what you should do and what you should include and that kind of stuff. And according to lots of people, I did my query wrong. You know, I put on there, I'm contacting you about representation for my manuscript. Well, don't put that in there. They know that. Well, I did. You know, and
I did too.
I mean, and I put the information at the top, you know, that I was contacting them, and Cajun Winter was, you know, a new adult novel at, you know, however many words, and then, you know, I went into the thing, but I think it just, you know, depends on the query and, you know, how good the meat of it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I know that when you're aspiring and you are looking for these agents, it's really easy to get bogged down with, you know, what to do and what not to do. And I mean, the panic that I would go through, like, does this person want me to address it to their first name, or should I address it to, you know, my agent? Should I say Dear Mandy? Should I say Dear Miss Hubbard? Or, you know, how should I do that? And, you know, just looking back on it, the most ridiculous things. But I mean, I was truly panicked about, you know, doing it wrong. And there isn't advice to say, okay, this is exactly how you need to do it, because every agent is different, and, you know, it's all different. So it's tough to.
Subjective.
It's what?
Subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, and I think that's pretty much come up every show, is that it is so subjective, and it's finding that window, because what one agent may hate the query, another one may absolutely love it. So if you submit to one agent and they're like, you should change this, this, and this, if they gave you feedback, if you did it, the other agent might not like it. So it's all in finding the balance of what you think works and tossing the rest away.
Right, exactly.
So.
Sorry, guys, I had to go get my charger.
So.
My phone, or my computer is dying. That's no bueno.
So Brenda says, I want to see Thomas Tor and Brooks Benjamin together in a chat.
All right, let's
That
make
would be
it happen.
hilarious. Oh
Make
my
it
God.
happen.
Behind the scenes in the Facebook, oh my God, they are freaking hilarious.
Oh, these are the mentor chats you guys are talking about, your little
Yes.
secret circle meetings?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
All right,
are.
Tasha, there we go.
hilarious.
I could be a fly on Skype,
Yeah, right?
listening to these conversations.
You know what? I, in all honesty, like, I can't believe that people actually keep watching this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Tasha and I are just like, it's not like we're anybody really important. Like, we're two people who were like, hey, let's enter this contest. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't either. And then we were like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. And then, you know.
Why not?
Who really watches two random-ass people they've never heard of just talk for hours?
Yeah, I don't know if Jennifer and Brighton understand that this came about because me and Tiff are critique partners, and we talk on Skype just about every day. And we were flipping out about pitch wars. This was not too long, you know, after actual submissions ended. And we're like just flipping out like there's nothing to do but wait. Like we should go on live and just, you know, rant with other people. And then we posted it on Twitter that we were doing it. We were like impromptu live chat. There was no name. It was not Whiskey, Wine, and Writing. It was impromptu chat. I had whiskey. Brenda came on with wine. This one had nothing.
And I'm a wine whore half the time, so it was cool.
So we just kind of went on and started talking, and the next thing you know, we've got mentors coming on, and
Brenda came on the first night, like out of nowhere. She popped up in the Q&A, and Tosh and I were both like messaging each other on the little secret Google Hangout so nobody else could see us, and we were both like, "What the fuck?" And Brenda was like, "I'll come on and answer questions," and me and her were both like, "Oh my god, who's the Pitch Wars is gonna come answer shit? I'm gonna go die now. I'll call you back." Like completely random, and then all of a sudden people started watching, and I was just like, "Wait, who the hell would sit home and watch us? Like, I'm still trying to figure this shit out because I don't, like, we're ridiculous. And I'm just like,
Because they're really entertaining and wonderful.
Like, yeah, and then, like, you guys all started coming on here and we're just like, sweet Jesus. I feel like
what just happened? So Caitlin Call says, you guys are my reality TV. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, Caitlin, I don't think you can call us reality TV because here are a couple things that you'll never see on this show that you will see on reality TV. 1, the cast of Jersey Shore.
Ooh.
2, we will never have secret cameras in the showers. 3, you will never see people from this show trying to make it in the WWE, like The Miz from The Real World.
I might.
Jen, if you make it in wrestling, I'll buy front row tickets to every show you're in. That would be.
Maybe they're cheering you on, Jen.
Speaking of The Real World, here's another thing you'll never see on the show. You will never see me or Tasha run around and body slam a blow-up doll.
What are you watching, Tiff? Seriously?
Dude, MTV, like, seriously, if you haven't watched the old school MTV's The Real World and Road Rules, you ain't seen shit.
I grew up on it. You're a lot younger than me, so I grew up on it.
Those shows were fantastic.
Really
They were
old.
like the original reality shows before they started cutting and editing them, and
Yeah.
like, wow. So
Real World, well, since Brighton has watched them, she'll agree. Real World and Road Rules was basically a whole bunch of college kids who did challenges.
It was new adult.
And screwed around. It is. It was new adult. It's like the first new adult.
Nikki says, but you guys are real and writers, basically awesome. We relate, and I appreciate you. Oh, Nikki.
Aww.
I still want Nikki to come on as a co-host because she is always promoting us. Like, she has become our social media guru. She takes quotes that you guys say and just retweets it. She's like, awesome.
I know. She's great. I've gotten a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
thank you. Stop with the compliments, guys, because I don't take them well. Just so you know, I'm not a compliment taker. Call me a bitch on Twitter. I take that much better than saying that I'm nice. Stick with the personality here, guys. Compliment Tasha and then attempt to piss me off. Let's see which. That's how we function.
So Mal says there was talk of cat fights. I think that brings us back to Jen and the Jello.
Oh God.
Oh, Jen, do you have any pictures of you Jello wrestling? I just wanted to. I know.
My question, and now that you're not cutting out, you said it sucks really bad when the Jello dries, and my question is, why are you not showering before the Jello dries? I imagine it takes a while.
Okay, hold on. The Jello dries really quickly, and it was my tennis team. We decided to do that our senior year because we were stupid and we wanted to Jello wrestle because we thought it would be totally hot, but it was totally not. And so we were like waiting for other people to do their Jello wrestling matches, and so it dried, and I was like leaning against one of my other friends, and we were seriously like Jello stuck together. Like, I swear that like half my skin like peeled off when I moved away.
Jello, not just for eating and taking shots, but apparently random tennis wrestling matches.
I know, that
And
sounds
everybody
like
thinks
some,
that tennis
like the
teams
start
are
of some
boring.
really bad porno or something. I don't know, but
I'm sorry. Hold on. I just have to ask this question. Is there a such thing as a really good porno? Because I'm pretty sure they're all bad.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Believe it or not, this is going to sound totally terrible, but everything I say tonight sounded really bad. Porno is actually one of the things that I use as how I learned to write erotic scenes.
Really?
It is. I have a little.
I'm
I'm going to have to explain this, aren't I? Because that sounds bad. So I have a process on.
Wait! Before you explain the porn, let me go through the side stuff before you go on to a new subject. So Caitlin Call says to Jen, "If you make it in wrestling, get me Ronda Rousey's number."
Okay. I'll be sure to do that.
And Emma about the show says, because it's fun and it's helpful as well as insightful. Plus, you girls are lovely, shiny, awesome.
I've never been
Nice. And Anne Marie says, that's hilarious. I drive past that ridiculous Jersey Shore house every weekend. And Nikki also said, I just did a spit take in the living room. There aren't any secret cameras in the showers, things you won't see on the Pitch War show.
No secret character.
So I wanted to get that out of the way before you go on a totally new tangent, so that when I came back to them, they wouldn't make sense anymore.
It's not a tangent. It's I constantly get asked especially by some of my other CPs who are trying to write explicit sex scenes. They're like, I don't know how to write these. But then they read mine and they're like, well, how did you learn to write explicit sex scenes? Because it can be learned. So I have there's a 3-step process in learning to write a good sex scene. The first one, is probably the rudest one, is get laid. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you've been laid, you can write about sex. That's the point. 2, read dirty books. You want to learn how to write sex? Read about sex. Read books that have sex in it. The third one is where the porn thing comes in. So in high school, what we would do is there was me and another friend who liked to write, and that's when I started learning to write dirty scenes. We would actually watch a porn clip, and then we would rewrite it from one of the actors' perspectives as a character. And you would rewrite the erotic scene that just happened, and that's how I learned to write explicit sex scenes.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So I want to get in one more question, and then we can have Tiff do the this or that to you guys, which generally wraps up coming up to the 2-hour mark.
Okay.
So my question is there anything you would like to see more of in books, whether it be diversity or certain situations? Like, is there something that you would like to see personally more in novels?
You want to go, Brighton?
I'm thinking.
I just want to see more great writers. I mean, I don't know. I just
So you like everything for the most part.
yeah. I mean, I just like good writing. I mean, that's my big thing. So as long as like the prose are beautiful, like I'm gonna keep reading. So I don't know. That sounds stupid.
I know what I want to see. I want to see more dirty books that are not BDSM.
Yeah. I was just thinking that the other day. Twins. Okay.
Because I mean BDSM just is totally not my thing. I've tried reading books about it, and it just sort of gets my blood pressure really, really high. So yeah, I can't read them, and so I don't know if anybody saw on Twitter, but Rhonda Helms posted that she was part of 4 book clubs now, and I'm like, where'd you find them? Because I've been trying to find one, and she's like, well, I'll start one with you. What's 5? So we started the Tits Book Club. That's what we call it. And
wait, is this a book club on Facebook that we can join?
it's on Twitter. We just started on Twitter.
Tits or tips? Like tits, like boobies?
Like boobies.
Okay.
Like boobs.
Yes.
I want to be part of this club.
Yes.
Yes.
So we started it.
membership.
Yeah. And we picked our book, and we're reading Living in Shadow by Jackie Ashenden. And it's actually it's fantastic so far. I'm about halfway through it. But one of the rules was, I said we can read a totally dirty book, but I don't want BDSM. And so we picked this one, and it's totally BDSM, but it did not say that anywhere in the description or anything. And I mean, it's dealing with a lot of deeper issues than just BDSM, and I won't say a lot just in case anybody in the Tits Book Club happens to be watching. I don't want to give it away, but it's like, it's like you can't get away from it now. It's taken over everything, and I want a possessive alpha hero who's not an asshole, and it's not BDSM. That's what I want.
Fair
I second that.
Right? Like That's
I'm
what I
gonna
want.
send Brighton mine
There
just
you
for
guys
the
have
sake
it.
of
I
it.
want more sex in books, but not BDSM because BDSM
You got it.
is right now. So awesome. And all right, so who wants to go first on this or that, or we can actually let you both answer just one.
Yeah, I was gonna say let them both answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first question on this or that: chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
I love
Let's
you
see how many we say the exact same answer to.
Okay.
I bet we're gonna be
Wait. I'm gonna keep score. So right now we've got one that you both said together. Go ahead.
I don't have my paper tonight.
What do you mean you don't
I
have your
have to-
woman? You need to have your paper every time we do this.
I know. Hold on.
And while we wait for her to get the paper. No, seriously, I am totally gonna DM you and be like, so how do I get involved in this club?
Found it.
And she's back. See, that was timing.
Okay. Oreos or Chips Ahoy?
Oreos.
Oreos.
2 for 2.
We're
Kit Kats
twins.
or Reese's?
What?
Kit Kats or Reese's?
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
I was about to say, does that count as technically 4 because they both said what at the same time?
We're
Well, you
really
know
the
what?
same-
I have to ask. Are these Reese's miniatures or Reese's peanut butter
I
cups?
love the eggs.
Reese's peanut butter cups, man, like old school.
Oh, Kit
The
Kat.
Reese's eggs are the bomb.
If
But-
See, we've had this
nothing else.
discussion. I say the miniatures are the best because the chocolate to peanut butter ratio is perfect, and you think it needs more peanut butter. That's one thing we don't agree on.
I like Reese's Pieces. Like, I could eat.
Wow.
No.
Look at them both. No, see, that counts as another one. So now we're like 5 for 5 if you want to keep up's not part of this or that.
All right, so this is one of the big ones. Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones?
Lord of the Rings.
Neither.
Ooh.
I give 0 fucks about either of them. I'm sorry.
I just like in a blonde wig.
I should say for my boys, I'll say Lord of the Rings.
I just want Nikki, because I know she's watching, to go tweet the fact that Brighton just said I could give 0 fucks about either. Please tag me in that fucking tweet too.
Oh, God, this is great.
Vampires or werewolves?
Wait, did they both go Lord of the Rings? Because Brighton's going for her kids, Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay, so Lord of the Rings. So that's 4 for 4. By technical this or that, that's 4 for 4.
Vampires or werewolves?
Neither.
Really? Vampires.
See? Brighton and I are going to be friends, I can tell. Because she seriously just said I could give 0 fucks, and I don't know how many times a day I say that to you. No joke, Brighton. Like, I have my friends, like, my friends Cole, I'm a terrible friend, by the way. My friends will call me, like, bitching about their relationship issues, and that's my saying. I'm like, I could give 0 fucks about your relationship problems.
She doesn't say it to me, though, because she loves me.
Because your husband's awesome.
He
So,
is.
different.
You can't help but love him. So, okay, so Jen, you have to choose one or the other.
Yep.
Then I'll pick vampires because actually I do pick vampires because I love Eric Northman from the Six
Oh,
Stack
God.
Cat series.
Yes, Mama, yes.
Have you read Black Dagger Brotherhood, Jen?
Did I what?
Have you read the Black Dagger Brotherhood?
No.
I need to actually, I've only read the first book in that series. I need to pick it back up.
Okay,
I'll need to
you
check it
all
out.
need to just read at least till book 3. Because
After
I
that,
like the take on it because the way you become a vampire is completely unlike anything I've ever read before. So the Black Dagger Brotherhood is really good in that regard.
Okay, I'll check it out.
yeah. But book 3. Bella's neat. That's all I'm going to say.
Right now you're 5 for 5 with your
Okay.
vampires.
All right.
Okay,
Bill Cosby or Arsenio Hall?
Bill Cosby.
Am
Am I showing my age?
Yeah, I'm really young, so I never really watched Bill Cosby. So I know.
I'm really young too, and like
Wait.
seriously, I've threatened to buy my husband a Cosby sweater.
Oh my goodness. So wait. Jen, how old are you?
My birthday was last week. I just turned 27.
What?
First of all, you look like you're 12. And Brighton, how old are you?
Oh, do I need to answer that? I will be 35 in October.
That's bullshit.
Girls for the
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit
yeah,
all the
but
way.
no, I call bullshit too. You look like you're like freaking 20.
No,
She looks like she shouldn't even be in a fucking bar. Bullshit.
No, you know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Claire Danes in My
Oh
So-Called
my god, yes she does. That's adorable.
Jordan, where are you? Jordan?
See, now I'm showing my age because I just pulled out My So-Called Life. Okay?
Well, yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, country music or pop music?
Country.
Pop.
Wait,
If
Jen,
I have to
Bill
choose.
Cosby or Arsenio Hall?
I'll say Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Because it's a Cosby sweater.
Yeah.
Anywhere else.
And so
the
wait,
Brighton
now what was the question?
We've got our first disagreement.
Yep, country or pop. Jen went country and Brighton goes pop.
Ooh.
I technically like both, but country, I love Luke Bryan. He keeps me going. So.
I'm big on pop. I'd rather listen to country or rock.
Jen?
I don't think I've actually ever
Although
heard
I
of
do
him.
have to say that my second book is based off of Jason Derulo's Talk Dirty album. So
Oh.
There you go.
that was
And
like my inspiration.
I'll be honest, hot too.
Like, Luke Bryan is one of the country artists that I could just watch his music videos on mute.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even need to like country music. I would put the TV on mute and watch that
See,
shit.
I don't get the... I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's okay. I'll forgive you for that one.
Okay.
It's all right. We won't hold that one against you.
All right, so we've got one difference out of 7 so far.
All right, the next one. Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Definitely Jennifer Aniston. We actually have a fan group. It's called Our So-Called Group, and we based off of like Friends. Like we really love Friends, and I'm like the Jennifer Aniston in the group. I don't know what that says about me.
That's adorable. All right, because you're both authors, ebooks or paperbacks?
Well, I will always love paperbacks, but ebooks are more convenient. But
Yeah, that's my answer.
yeah,
I mean, I love paper books. I love the smell of them. I love going into bookstores. It's like getting a rush when you go into a bookstore. Like, so my oldest loves books, and he said, you know, I love going into bookstores, but I get this really anxious feeling because I can't have them all.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get it, kid. I get it totally. But I would say 90% of the books I read are ebooks now, just because I read on my phone and I read all the time. I read when I'm at a stoplight. I read when I'm in line at the grocery store. I mean, for
That sounds like me. It does.
For
Like,
real.
I read before class, during class, after class. Anytime I get a moment.
So it's always there, and it's so much easier to just flip to it on my phone than it is to grab the book and find my page, and so.
I agree.
Not to mention the fact if you finish your book, you don't have
Right
to
back.
carry around a second paperback, knowing you're going to finish it and make your purse that much bigger. On your tablet, you just swipe left to right, and you've got your new book.
Right.
Exactly.
So right now you guys are 8 out of 9 because country and pop. I just think we need to take Brighton, Jen. We need to take her and we need to send her some good country songs.
Yeah.
Oh, I grew up on country music. I grew up on it. I don't dislike it. I just don't.
But you like pop better.
Well, if given the choice, yes. But I would say that I actually like maybe alternative folk-ish music. I don't know. My music taste is very eclectic.
Mine too.
I have country on my iPod. I do, but I don't. I even have a country station programmed 99.5 Chicago.
Brighton's getting really defensive over this.
No, I've Tiffany making fun of me because I've made an entire '90s playlist with old school rap, pop,
I
R&B.
freaking love 90s music.
And so I sat there, and one of them was Vanilla Ice, and she called me on Skype, and I'm just sitting there going, Vanilla Ice, Ice, baby. And then I was like, go Ninja, go.
Yeah, they played that at the Harlequin party, and in case anybody's wondering, I do still know all the words to Ice Ice Baby.
Yes. You know, he was actually in a movie when he was Vanilla Ice, and it was called like Ice Cold or something like that, and he was like this motorcycle guy. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, my husband watched it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a movie.
I just wanted to make sure I was not the only person who remembered this movie. I'm not fabricating it. I swear, go look it up on IMDb.
No, he totally, yeah, totally.
All right,
ready? Twilight or 50
ready.
Shades of Grey?
What?
Twilight.
Twilight or 50 Shades?
Well, 50 Shades is actually fan fiction of Twilight.
I know, that's
So-
why I make people choose.
she's cruel.
I am cruel.
I will say Twilight because that got me super into reading, like, in college. Like,
Me too.
yeah. So
Except
I'm
I
going
wasn't
to say
in
Twilight.
college. You young.
What about college?
I said, except I wasn't in college. I was pregnant with my second child. So.
All right, next one is Harry Potter or Percy Jackson?
Harry Potter.
Oh dear.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you're probably going to disown me, but I've only read the first Harry Potter, and it took me 6 months to get through it.
Have you read Percy Jackson?
Nope. Well, I read the first bit of it with my oldest. We were doing it as a read along, and then we weren't reading it fast enough, so then he just tore through them. He loves them, but I mean, I guess I'll say Harry Potter.
All right. You guys are 10 out of 11.
All right, Edgar Allan Poe or Shakespeare?
I'm going to say Edgar Allan Poe.
I am gonna say. I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, all right, I'll do Edgar Allan Poe.
There you go.
Just because then we're tied again, or whatever.
You are 11 out of 12 because you can't
There we
take
go.
the top one. So.
No, I'm not going to.
All right, here we go. Brad Pitt or George Clooney?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Wow, they were both like on that one. Brad Pitt.
I was about to answer Brad Pitt before you said anything else, and then I'm like, well, what if she says Channing Tatum? I mean,
According to the quiz I took today, Channing Tatum is my celebrity husband.
Ooh.
you lucky bastard.
I was actually hoping for like Ryan Gosling
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I'll
then here's
take
a big one.
Channing.
or Charlie Hunnam, however you say his last name.
No, I'll take Channing.
So this is always the last one I ask, and because for us super nerd ragers, it's the single most important question I'll ever ask you.
Uh-oh.
Ever. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Neither. I hate them both.
Wow.
Oh, burn!
Oh.
I'm sorry.
So wait,
That's important.
You know what? Can I say Star Trek because wasn't that the one with Chris Pine?
yes.
Ooh.
The new one? Okay.
Anyone?
I'll say Star Trek.
So you guys have defected by 2.
Hey, not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Such pain in my heart right now.
I'm sorry. I know my kids are like, how can you? What do you mean you don't like this? Can't you? Won't you just watch it? No, well, no. I'll sit there and I'll read a book. Will you watch it? Is that okay?
Like
That's
she is like my middle daughter. Like she's a Sour Patch Kid. Like she cuts my ponytail and then hugs
Keep
me.
coming up in conversation today. Sour Patch Kids. We were talking about them earlier. So we were like, first they're sweet, or first they're sour, and then they're sweet.
Yeah.
So
Brighton just broke my fucking heart. I'm gonna go drink a fucking bottle of Jack now. Christ. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. You've been adorable and wonderful and so patient with all the major technical difficulties we had and the questions.
Thank you for having us.
Poor Jen, who was sitting in her car, like, getting blinded for an hour.
That has to be memorable, right?
So thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for watching. You can go ahead and hit up Jen at jenniferblackwood.com and Brighton at brightonwalsh.com. And then for their Twitters, it's at Jen_Blackwood and at Wright, WRITE, as Rain _ for Brighton. So make sure you give them a follow, check out their books, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.